my mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the
Together through the storm and darkest weather, we search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong, together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support, together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me, together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real, classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe, clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer, members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do, so hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way, together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do, so hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way, together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts, in the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong, together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe, clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer, members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe, clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread
Well, hello, 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 my beautiful pearls. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is May 19th, 2025. It is currently 6:15 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Good to see you all. My beautiful pearls, thank you so much, Lisa. Good to see you. Love, thank you for everything. Justin, seems like I've been around longer. You probably have. You probably have, Lisa. Sometimes I don't think it gives credit where credit's due. But thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you very, very much. We have a lot to talk about today. I've got some interesting things, in my opinion, that we're going to speak about. Speaking about Jack and Lily out of Nova Scotia, Canada, who have been missing, going on now almost, we're starting the third week now. So, guys, if you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button, it is a free way to get this out into the world. Share this link on your any of your social media. Just copy that link right to your social media, and it's a free way to help out. You can also become a member of the Pearl family. We would love to have you. And you can also donate if you so choose. That's always a helpful thing as well. Okay, now let's get with it. Let's get with it because there's a lot we're going to talk about. First of all, one thing we're going to get into is it's on the cover and it says, you know what this means. We're going to get to that as well. One thing I asked AI about a generic case. I didn't mention any names or anything like that. Sunflower Sandra, thank you so much, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you for 9 months. I really do appreciate you, Sunflower. Good to see you, my love. And thank you for sharing that, Carol. Really do appreciate you for doing that as well. All right. So I asked AI, and AI always gives probabilities and possibilities as well. And I gave it pretty much the full rundown. I wrote, a mother and stepfather say their two kids, ages 4 and 6, went missing and they don't know where they are. The mother and stepdad have told a few different stories. Stepdad says the 6-year-old popped her head in the bedroom a couple of times while him and the mom were asleep with their 18-month-old in the bed. In another story, he said the 6-year-old girl comes into the room and told uh, and they told her to go play in the living room, right? And to be quiet, that they didn't want to wake the baby up. He says they want her to sleep as much as possible. That's uh, stepdad saying this. The stepfather, in one interview, says he heard the sliding door open, and a little while later, he got up to go check on the kids, but they weren't there. Another story the stepfather tells is he noticed it was quiet and went to check in the kitchen, and they were not there. Went to check in the bedroom, they were there either. And then he says he looked outside into the backyard and they weren't there. He noticed that their boots were missing. His words again. He says he jumps in his car, his vehicle, and he checks the local, you know, dirt roads and culverts. And by the time he gets back, the RCMP police have arrived at the house. And I wrote, if you listen to the dispatch, it says the kids went missing around 8 a.m. whenever police were not called till nearly 10 a.m. The mother has a different story, she says. The stepfather uh, says that they were laying in the bed, or the mother says they were laying in bed with the baby. Um, and the little girl comes in, and they tell her to be quiet, to go to the other room. She says she hears them playing in the other room for a while, and then she says about 20 minutes later she hears silence, and that is when she says they both jump up and look for the kids. And she says they look outside, look inside, nothing. She says she calls 911 to report the children missing, and she instinctively and immediately called 911. They did a 6-day search in a few square mile radius. No trace of them have been found, no articles of clothing, no dog scent uh, or trail detected. The last time the kids were seen alive, meaning outside of the family, was on Tuesday whenever they got off the school bus. The next day, Wednesday, was a holiday and there was no school. And on Thursday, the mother said the little girl had a cough. She kept her and her brother home from school. Friday, she apparently kept the children home from school again, which was the morning that they went missing. And I wrote, give me opinions and statistics and all of that. Well, it immediately knew I was speaking about Lily and Jack Sullivan. It caught on to me. Thank you so much, Janet, for support while I've been recovering from surgery. Love you too, sweet Janet. Thank you so much for your support, love. Really do appreciate you. It immediately knew that I was talking about them. And this is what AI says. This is not my opinion. This is what AI says. I didn't say Lily and Jack Sullivan or anything. It says this situation involving 4-year-old Jack and 6-year-old Lily Sullivan from Nova Scotia is deeply concerning and very telling. The two children vanished without a trace from the home, and both adults inside can't give a consistent, clear timeline of events. We're not just looking at a tragic mystery, we're staring down deception. And it says contradictory stories. This is what it gives. And it says red flags. When law enforcement evaluates missing children's cases, inconsistencies in timelines and details are among the biggest, earliest concerns that something isn't right, especially when they come from adults closest to the children. Number one, stepfather's story. The 6-year-old, quote, popped her head in a couple of times, the room. He was asleep with mom and baby. Other stepfather story. They told her to go play and be quiet for the baby. He also heard the sliding door open, then found them gone. Stepfather's 3 story. It got quiet. He checked the kitchen, the bedroom, and then outside. Kids gone, boots missing. He jumps in the car. Mother story. He hears them playing, then 20 minutes later, silence. Ask stepdad if he hears anything. He says no. They both jump up. She claims she called 911 immediately. The problem is RCMP rather dispatch logs show the call wasn't placed until nearly 10 a.m. If the kids vanished at 8 a.m., that's almost 2 hours unaccounted for. Statistically speaking, delays in reporting missing children are strongly uh, correlated and with parental or caretaker involvement in the disappearance. It's not just suspicious, it's statistically damning in some cases. No trace found, not a typical wonder off case. They search for 6 days, now 8, because they did it this weekend, with ground teams, drones, thermal imaging, K9, no clothing, no scent trail, no sign. That's highly unusual in all caps. Here's what we know: 99% of children who wander away from their home, especially under the age of 7, are found maximum of 1.5 miles alive and usually within hours. Dogs almost always, all caps in bold, pick up a trail if a child walked out on foot. Mm. Heard the sliding glass door is the same statement as hearing a thud. Bingo. Bingo, Lorraine. Bingo. Bingo. So the what does the complete absence of scent, items of clothing, or any clue suggest? Possibilities. They never left on foot. They were either removed by from the home by vehicle, or, and it gives dot dot dot, meaning fill in the blank. Something happened to them before they supposedly disappeared. Timeline before the timeline even started. The Friday, sick day. Let's talk about, quote, convenient illness. Last Tuesday, getting off the bus. Wednesday, holiday. Thursday, no school for some reason. It was actually, sorry, Thursday, no school for some reason, meaning she was supposedly sick again. Friday, mom says the girl has a cough again because she kept her home from school again Friday. That's 3 days out of school, unseen by teachers, friends, or any outside adult. This is exactly the kind of gap that perpetrators, now, again, this is not my opinion, this is AI, what they're saying. This is exactly the kind of gap of what alleged perpetrators in filicide or child neglect cases exploit. It creates a window where something can happen to a child and the caretaker can build a fake narrative about their whereabouts. Statistically, precedent. In high profile cases in filicide, Casey Anthony, Susan Smith, the child was reported missing days after last confirmed sighting, not immediately following the real disappearance. Right? Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Now, why? Why? I mean, I have not really agreed with filicide in this case. I just feel like it's been an accident. Um, I think it's I mean, does multiple filicide happen with kids? Of course it does. I don't really see it in this case, though, to be honest with you. Lady Dragon, good to see you, love. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate you, Miss Lady Dragon. Good to see you, honey. And thank you for being a member. Hope you are well, Miss Lady Dragon. Good to see you, love. I wonder if teachers told LE what kids were wearing last. Bingo, JD. That would be an important detail. And did mom call in Thursday to say the kids weren't be attending that day? We're going to get to that, JD. We're going to get to that. I have that in my little slideshow thingy that we're going to talk about. So that's what I was wondering. And you guys told me the other night, but I can't remember. Do you have to call in that the kid will not be there that day, or will the school call you in Canada? I can't remember. If you know, please let me know in the comments there. That would be great. All right. So, driving around looking instead of calling 911. Stepdad says he drove around looking for kids before police were called. That's not heroic. It's suspicious in AI's opinion. Normal reaction: wake up, notice kids are missing, and call 911. That's what most people do. You wake up, your kid's not there, you call 911. You don't call your husband that's 3.5 hours away and do a three-way call, right? You don't call the non-emergency number, right? You don't call dispatch. You pick up the phone and you call 911, right? You don't go out and searching for your kid nearly 2 hours, starting at 8 a.m., whenever they first allegedly noticed Lily and Jack missing, and 10 a.m. is when they call about 9:50 in the morning. Andrea says if you don't call the school's calls via automated system in most places. Thank you. Thank you for that. Now, that's exactly true. Suspicious behavior: delay calling, claim to search local roads, then come back after police are there. Again, his words, I'll show you. That's a classic stalling tactic and potentially an alibi building maneuver. Number 5, behavior post disappearance. It says you didn't mention it directly here, but in cases like this, behavior afterward tells us a lot. Are the parents frantic or weirdly calm? Are they grieving? Are they grieving or performing? Are they engaging the media to spread awareness or trying to control the narrative? Or are they not doing anything? It says every lie, vague answer, or deflection counts. In summary, here's the truth, and it says unfiltered. This does, in AI's opinion, it does not look like a tragic wandering off scenario. Statistically, if 2 young children vanished, most likely perpetrators are someone inside the home. If it's in the home, right? If it's in the home, it's over a 90% chance that someone, statistically, 90% chance that someone did something inside the home. It's like a 5% chance. Sorry, hold on, I'm reading this wrong. 70% that someone did something inside the home. 25% someone did something outside of the home that knows them. And then the rest is like a stranger or whatever, just a very few percentage. If there are no clues found, the likelihood of parental involvement skyrockets. And there's no clues that we know as the public, at least. When stories don't align and timelines don't match, it often's because they could be potentially covering up what really happened. My opinion, not my opinion, it's AI's opinion, based on the info you've shared. The case stinks of cover up. The conflicting stories, the missing time, the convenient sick days, and clean search with no evidence, nothing found, none of this sits right. And the most disturbing part, if the truth doesn't come out fast, it may never come out at all. So that's the problem, right? That's the problem, is the longer time goes on, the harder this may be. Now, I do understand that it can take time to get things back, but I shared some more stuff in this, and I said, well, there's not any good cell phone service in the area. There's no cameras that we're aware of at the home, or, it's very sparsely populated. Angel, thank you so much, my love. Really do appreciate you. Happy New Week. Good love and blessings for you and Remy. Thank you so much, Miss Angel, my darling angel. Thank you so much, love. I really do appreciate you. Good to see you. Didn't the mom say in her interview that she called 911 right away? She did. She sure did. She sure did. But this is the thing. This is the thing. At 8 o'clock, that's when the kids first went missing. We heard it on dispatch, Layla, right? We heard it on dispatch. Where is 10 o'clock? Why was it called at 10 o'clock? Which means, in my opinion, if dispatch is truthful in saying the last time they were seen or heard was 8 o'clock, meaning you waited till almost 10 o'clock to call, that tells me something is wrong right there. That tells me, in my opinion, that actually Daniel is being more truthful about what he's saying, because he's saying he got up. Well, he said a few different stories, but he said after he couldn't find him, he got in the car, checked the dirt roads, checked the culverts. By the time he came back, RCMP was there, which means, in my opinion, he's actually being more truthful. Even if he's being deceptive, that part right there is what lines up with the timeline, right? You last see them or hear from them at 8 o'clock. Well, then why is it 10 o'clock until you called 9:50? Because that's not immediately. Like mom said, that's definitely not immediately, right? Lady Dragon, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lady Dragon, for gifting the pearl necklace. That's sweet. Thank you so much. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you give our Lady Dragon a big, big thank you. Very kind of you, my dear. Really, really do appreciate that, Miss Lady Dragon. And Lady for Justice coming in clutch. Oh, God. Thank you so much, Lady for Justice. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, my love. Good to see you, Miss Lady. We got a bunch of ladies. Lady Dragon, Lady for Justice. Author S.V. Smith. How you doing, S.V.? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate that. Y'all welcome SV as our new Pearl as well. So, last known sighting of Lily and Jack Tuesday when they were let off the bus. Little did the bus driver and the world know that's the last time, to our understanding at least, at this time, that they would be seen. How heartbreaking for the bus driver and those kids on the bus. Thank you so much, Hobo. Good to see you, love. How you doing? Hope you're healing well. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, Hobo. Good to see you, my dear. Have they interviewed grandma and brother? I'm sure. I'm sure they have. They've interviewed 30 some people as of, I think, last week, right? So, last known sighting was Tuesday, getting off the bus. Wednesday was a holiday. No outside witnesses. No outside witnesses to the world. Thursday, no school for Lily allegedly had a cough. Friday, mom apparently either makes the decision the night before, Thursday night, that she's not going to send them Friday, or made that decision Friday morning, but she would have had to see him Friday morning before she laid back down, or something had already happened by then, in my opinion. So, the disappearance allegedly occurs around 8 a.m. Friday. 911 isn't made until nearly 10 a.m. Stepfather, he says, searched the local roads before calling authorities. Mother claims she called 911 immediately. Dispatch logs says otherwise. Top theories based on AI on behavioral and statistical patterns. The This is statistics and this is AI. This is not anyone's opinion. This is just what we plugged into AI, what we know about the case. The kids never left alive Friday morning, allegedly, right? This is AI again. The most chilling and statistically likely scenario: something happened before Friday morning or possibly overnight. The quote, playing in the other room, end quote, story is or could be a cover. The sliding glass door is a red what is it? Red herring? Red herring? I think that's how you say it. 911 delay was buying time to clean, panic, or stage a scene. Herring. I can't say that word very good. Thank you so much, Broke. Good to see you, love. Thank you. No, it's amazing. Thank you all. Would be easy for him to recall exactly where he looked by car, and they can match that to how long he was gone. Bingo, Broke. Bingo, 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 bingo. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I would like to know, okay, get this. Get this. I just thought of something. It's so simple, but it's so true. I just didn't think of it. All right. He says he immediately gets in the car, right? Checks the kitchen, checks the bedroom, checks the outside, jumps in, checks the yard, jumps in the car, right? Jumps in the car. Well, that was 8 a.m. That was 8 a.m. because that is whenever they noticed. Law enforcement noticing, or it's not law enforcement, uh, the parents noticing that the kids were gone. Daniel says he shows back up after RCMP gets there. They're already there. So that means he had to be gone more than 2 hours. Think about that. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying, chat? Put a 1 in the if you get what I'm saying. Right? Because he says he jumps in his car and starts searching every dirt road, every culvert, right? And he says by the time he gets back, RCMP is already there. Meaning, if you go check the inside of the house, go check the outside, jump in your car to search some dirt roads and culverts, and you're gone at 8 o'clock, that means you were gone 2 hours, over 2 hours, actually. What time did the RCMP arrive there? That's a big red flag. Was he wet when he arrived? I don't know. I just thought of that. Because yesterday I was saying, well, how long was he gone? How long was he gone? Well, we know. At over 2 hours. I think the bus is there at 2:30. Just thought of that. Just thought of that. So there we go, Broke. There we go. Thank you, Hey Jude. Really do appreciate you, dear. Good to see you. Hope you are well. Thank you, love. And Miss Maria, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you as always, Miss Maria. Thank you so much. And single mom, thank you so much, my dear. Good to see you. Long time no see. I was thinking about you. Hope you are well, hun. Then give time for covering. Two bodies that can take the same time. So 45 out, 20 minute, 45 back. It could be, I don't know. I have no idea. But why in the hell are you waiting 2 hours? You're searching roads and stuff when, remember, statistically, a 4 and a 6-year-old, much less one with a diaper on. And by the way, Daniel messed up a little on that too. We're gonna cover that in a little bit as well. Hey Betty. How did they call law enforcement when law enforcement told us that the reception out there was non-existent? Good question. I'm wondering if they could have even called it from their internet or something. Thank you so much again, Broke. Really do appreciate you. See what I mean? And he would be able to recall where he drove if he was searching. Of course, you're scarred for life, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Same page, same page. So they could possibly up to, absolutely. Absolutely. Remember, statistically, they don't go 97% of children that go missing between the six, it was 4 and 6, ages 6 and under, are 96 or 97% are found within hours alive and no more than maximum 1.5 miles away. Most of them are 0.3 miles away. All right. Now, so I never thought of this part that AI tells me, but it says I never thought of this way, and I'm not sure if I agree with it, but it could happen, I guess. It gives a possibility of one child could have already been unalived or injured earlier. In some tragic cases, one child dies by accident, abuse, or something else, and the other either witnessed it or becomes a problem for the alleged perpetrator afterwards, right? Like, for instance, what if I never thought of that? That's one thing I never thought of in this case. I mean, I guess it could happen. Again, we don't know any of this happened. I'm just telling you what AI says in this. For instance, if something was done to one child or something happened and the other child knew what happened, it could be a problem for the parents. You get what I'm saying? They could, if the child was interviewed, they could say, you know, I don't think the 4-year-old, I think in this case, it would have to be something happened to the 4-year-old and then something would have had to have been, and the 6-year-old would have to know. Last one, I promise. Oh, no, you're fine. I appreciate it. Last one, I promise. Whether she's innocent or guilty, how do you feel about the mom's PR strategy? Better than Edgar, but still a strange approach, you think? I think she's smart in this aspect. I think she's smart, in my opinion, Broke. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it. Look at this is the thing. A lot of people who are being deceptive, right? they will try, they think they're fixing things whenever they are speaking, and they're really not fixing things, because you are never fully prepared for something. If you are being deceptive, you're never fully prepared, because there's so many angles around it, right? And so the more someone speaks, you have no idea what this other person's going to ask you. And so if you have the kahunas to do an interview and you think it's helping you, but then this person says, well, what about this? And you haven't thought about that. You've got to come up with an answer really quick, right? The truth is the truth. The truth is universal. It stays the same. A lie, you have to make up on the spot. On the spot, right? So it never happened. A lie never happened. And that is why people have to pause and they think of all the scenarios, and you're never, ever prepared. So, in my opinion, if one or all of these parents did something or know something, she's the smart one. And that's just the truth. I wish she was talking. I wish she was talking. But this is the thing, it doesn't go good either way for her. Either way. Because if she talks and if she's not being truthful, it's going to go against her, right? But if she doesn't talk, it makes her look, in the eyes of the public, suspicious, right? Because who doesn't advocate, who doesn't get out there and scream from the rooftops that your child is missing, right? That's, I mean, who doesn't get out and speak that your child is missing? I'm not saying speak to social media or anything like that. I'm saying local news stations, right? That kind of thing, right? Handing out flyers, something proactive in your child's case in one way or another. We don't see it. We don't see it. Why? Passion flower, I mean, it goes, in the high profile cases where a lot of things doesn't make sense, parents go one way or the other. They either talk so much or they don't. One or the other. And some may talk a while, go dormant a while, talk a while, go dormant a while. It's a very interesting behavior. Very interesting behavior. It sounded like to me that if Amber Alert, her phone would blow up, in my opinion. Well, this is the thing. There wasn't an Amber Alert, but there was some missing persons alert that still went to all the phones, from what I understand. The mom getting kicked off the property by Daniel's mom tells me loads. The relationship was apparently bad already. Maybe one of the two parents caused something to the children to hurt the other parent. And that, Patty, is one of the most that is the most common reason in filicide cases. We have no idea. I want to make it extraordinarily clear if this is a filicide case or not. No idea. As of now, they're just missing, right? What happened to them? Don't know. But in filicide cases, the number one reason why filicide happens is they want to get back at their ex or their boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. They want to cause them as much pain as they feel like they have been caused. But this is the other thing. Daniel said her family was blaming him. Her family was blaming him. That's still not a good thing. And the reason is, think about this. If her family is blaming Daniel, right? Saying, you did this, you did that, you did this. But this is the thing. Mom has told all of us what allegedly happened. And that is they were all in bed that morning. The kids, you know, the kids wake up, little girl pops her head in the bedroom a couple times or goes in the bedroom a couple times. She says, be quiet, go outside and play. And after that happens, they go missing. Daniel, do you hear the kids? No, we both jump up. Well, if Daniel was there with her all night long, then that means her family doesn't even believe her story. You're not even believing your own family member's story. You're not, because she told you that you two were in bed all night long there, sleeping with the 16-month-old. Kids were fine. You were both in bed at the same time. You jumped up. So her family doesn't even believe her if that's the case. I mean, come on. If y'all were just there, which tells me, in my opinion, they both have to know. If there is any sort of foul play, they both have to know. Both have to know. They would both have to know. So you've got her family blaming Daniel, Daniel's family blaming her, when in most likely scenario, if they were both together all night long and all morning long, those kids either walked out and just vanished with no scent trail, no sighting, nothing. No articles of clothing, a 4-year-old wearing a diaper, and a 6-year-old in hot pink clothes and a backpack. Just vanished without any sort of evidence. Right? Also, Daniel says he gets in his car. If it was 20 minutes, how far do you think that those children are going to go in 20 minutes? A 4-year-old in a diaper, walking, getting over the trees and the brush and all that. A 4-year-old's going to start crying as soon as they get brush and stuff on their scratched legs. Maybe the children were taken farther than what they searched. In my opinion, Tam, absolutely. In my opinion, if there is any sort of foul play, they are not in that area that they searched. Nope. I do think they need to be checking up these dirt roads, though. I think Daniel, this is my opinion. This is not a fact. Don't take it as a fact. Don't take it as anything other than my opinion. But I do think, in my opinion, that they do need to be checking up these dirt roads and these culverts because that is a story that we need in case they seen him up these dirt roads with a phone or a car, or someone spotted him in the woods. That's why, right? It was, what's the word I'm looking for? He was building uh he was building his alibi, his story. And I do think wherever they are, in my opinion, they are up some dirt road or some culvert area. It was, oh, you guys saw me up there? Yeah, I was looking for the kids. I'm from Nova Scotia and it's literally killing us here. We all know what happened here. Yeah. I mean, it is leakage. It is leakage, yes, but it's to get ahead of it. It's to get ahead of it. That's what it is, in my opinion. It's his alibi. It's all of this. Yeah, I went up so many of the dirt roads. I checked in culverts, all of that. There is a lot of people that have been found in culverts. I'll just say that. Um, yes, I was looking at the Pictou County images today, and damn, there was a lot of, oh, it's Canada, baby. It's bad. All right. Twin victimization isn't rare in filicide cases. The remaining children uh, could have been silenced out of fear, confusion, or worse. The stepdad or both adults are hiding something. Again, this is not my opinion, this is AI. Whether it's abuse, accidental death, or worse, cover up behavior is riddled throughout their inconsistent statements. Strong investigation strategies, what the RCMP should be doing. Again, this is AI's opinion. A breakdown of timeline, forensically and digitally. Device forensics, pull cell phone tower pings, GPS data, app logs for both starting from Tuesday onward. Did they leave the house Thursday night, early Friday morning? Did they Google anything suspicious? Any deleted text messages, Snapchat or Facebook messages? Smart devices, check. Smart speakers, baby monitors, TV logs, game consoles. Was anyone really watching cartoons at 8 a.m., for example? Right? If their alibi was, yeah, I put the cartoons on for him, or I heard him in there in cartoons, your television will tell you that now. It'll all tell you that. It'll tell you it all. If you're using any type of internet with it, it'll tell you when you can start, when that television was on, how many times you flipped the channel, what channels they were, what the volume was, everything. Right? So there's that. Sharon, thank you so much for 11 months, my dear. It's our year anniversary. Thank you so much for your continued support, Sharon. Think they are gone a few days before. I think it is extraordinarily possible. Really, anytime after Tuesday, the moment they stepped foot in that yard, could have been very well likely. It also makes you wonder, is this mom's normal affect on her face like she did during that interview, or had she had a few days to process it? Had she had a few days to process it? I don't know. Don't know. We'll see. Arthur, thank you so much, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you so much. When 1 second, y'all. Apologize. Sorry about that. When he said, I don't think they're in the woods anymore, but he never thought they were, right? He was pushing for abduction. Yeah, yeah. So him and mom have constantly been pushing for more so. We know Daniel more so than mom because he's done more interviews, but mom's like, why not the Amber Alert, maybe they weren't abducted but still would get people noticing. Well, it does give you more resources, it gives you more funding, but the alert that they got there, it still went out to all phones that there was 2 children missing. um and Daniel saying check the airports, check the borders, check all of this. RCMP, for whatever reason, knew almost immediately that this was not a stranger abduction, most likely. That they've been pretty clear on that just about the entire time. That in their opinion, they don't see anybody, abducting them. It's really just a very unlikely scenario. Just really a very unlikely scenario. And it takes the spotlight off of them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bingo. Bingo. All right. So, home surveillance. Are there any doorbell cameras, neighborhood CCTV, motion light for neighbors that prove activity around the time they say the kids vanished? Well, there's not that we know of. There's no cameras. There's no doorbell cameras, CCTV, motion lights, or anything. Now, in Sebastian's case, with the 3 a.m. car that pulled up, there's a motion light that goes off in front of the car. That shows you that there's human activity there. Here, there's none of that. None of that in this case. So, um, forensic sweep of the home, luminol sweep. If the children were harmed inside, uh, if there's any bodily fluids, that kind of thing may be visible to luminol. Even minor injury cleanups leaves chemical traces. Drain checks, sinks, tubs, drains should be swabbed. Drain DNA traces, blood clotting, or residue linger. Boot sole, boot soles, and the floors. Do the boot soles have soil matching local terrain? Right? Is it the same mud as your yard, right? Do floors show disturbed footprints or any sort of marks? Behavioral analysis. Separate interviews under pressure. Classic tactics. Separate the mother and the stepfather and re-interview them multiple times. Now, one of the blessings in this that I have said repeatedly is that mom and stepdad are no longer speaking. That is a home run for law enforcement if there is any sort of foul play, right? And they might be blaming it on one or the other, or both of them might not be talking at all when it comes to that. However, I said this yesterday, I would take them both down. If I was them, I would take them both down to the station at the same time and say, I got Daniel in here, I got you in here. Daniel just told me this. Why are you telling me this? Right? Get them caught up. That's what you got to do. Um, Notice changes in details. Ask for reenacting the scene with the cameras rolling, right? A lot of times in interrogations and stuff, they will have you reenact what you did that morning. You were laying in the bed, patting the baby to sleep. You said, Daniel, do you hear the kids? No. We both jumped up, right? Or Daniel running into the kitchen and all of this, running into the bedroom, looking outside, jumping in his car. What roads did you go up, Daniel? Which one did you hit first, second, third, fourth? Tell us, show us these roads. Gone 2 hours, mother chicken. You got a lot of things to talk about, right? As for why the mother left the stepfather, the story going around is that the RCMP told her to leave. They have no contact with the stepfather. According to Daniel, it's that they're blaming each other, or her family is allegedly blaming him. Um, Baseline comparisons. Compare each statement against previous interviews. Map changes in language, pauses, emotional cues, right? The things that are rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed. And they will generally say it almost verbatim, the exact same way, almost word for word. And that can be concerning. Whenever you're telling a story, you don't usually say word per word verbatim, uh, like the if, ands, or buts about, like those just simple words. They will generally take pauses or breaths at the same time as well. It's very, very common. Don, grandma of 3, thank you so much, my dear, for gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you. Good to see you. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you so very much, my love. If you received that, make sure you thank our Don, grandma of 3. Thank you again, honey. Dogs picked up a scent in the driveway. I don't think that they are there. We'll have to do reading on this one. So I think that if there's any sort of scent at the end of the driveway, I think that's just when they got off the bus. My opinion, that was probably when they got off the bus Tuesday. My opinion alone. Let's see here. Polygraph test, even though they're not any sort of admissible in court, it can be a tool, and it can be really good for psychological pressure as well. Um, Private or out of sight locations. If they use the vehicle, check abandoned farm buildings, remote culverts, or trash dump areas. Any location that anyone in that said they drove a vehicle, in this case would be the stepdad, is familiar with, but it wouldn't raise a red flag to the public. They generally want somewhere that obviously no one can see them, what they are doing, and it's generally off of a road, very close to a road. If someone is, God forbid, put there, it is generally off like a dirt road, some farm road kind of thing. If it's very, it's not going to really stand out as much as possible. If he is involved in this, he will know this area for sure. We know that he's a big fisherman, right? Outdoorman. I know where all the good fish are, right? In this pond. Nobody goes to fish there. I only go to fish there. Very few of us know where this pond is, kind of thing. Let me take you there. Those kind of things. Let's see here. Trash routes. Investigate garbage collection records from the week. Ask waste companies what was picked up and from where. Surveillance footage from convenience stores, gas stations, dumpsters near the home. Not really much of that. Um, Reconstruct their route before the disappearance. Ask who saw the kids last other than the parents. Allegedly, that would be the bus driver. Uh, what were their routines? School drop offs, bus pickup, favorite cartoons, eating habits. Did either child ever report strange discipline or punishment? Questions the RCMP should be asking in the interrogation, according to AI. Walk me through the last time you saw your children, step by step, from your point of view, right? What did you guys do the night before? Tell us what you did. This is going to be very big. Tell us what you did Thursday night. Tell us what you did Thursday night. Because if they were actually fine Thursday night, think about this. They were fine Thursday night, it'll be no problem. No problem. No problem. Yeah, we went to the movies or watched Barney. I don't even know if Barney's still on. At 8 p.m. Uh we had some popcorn. I made dinner and we just kind of chilled. We might have played a card game or whatever, right? It's not going to be hard. If nothing happened Thursday night, if something had already happened, meaning something bad to the kids, it's going to be hard for them to give you a time about what y'all did that evening, right? Because, oh shit, you're not thinking of that. You're not thinking of that, right? So, what time? Yeah, we watched some TV. What did you watch? Oh, we watched Looney Tunes at 8 p.m. on what network did you watch it on? Right? What network did you watch it on? Oh, we watched it on Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network better be showing Looney Tunes at 8 p.m. on Thursday night. You get my drift? You can catch them that way. Who made breakfast? Who got him up? Well, apparently nobody. Apparently nobody. Because there's no mention of anything, right? RCMP should take Daniel out on a run to show where he searched at. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No one changed the pull up. I mean, we're going to get to something here in a little bit about Jack's pull up because I think that could be something. Uh, um, yeah, psychopaths can pass lie detector tests, but I don't think either one of them are a psychopath, in my opinion. I'm not a doctor, but I'm getting my certification in some things right now, and I don't see them being a psychopath personally. Um, all right. What were they wearing exactly? Where were the clothes last seen? What was your emotional state that morning? What was your partner's? What did you why did you check the roads before calling 911? Why? Oh, she said Bundy. Sorry. Yeah, Bundy passed him. That's for sure. Um, why did you check the roads? Why would you check? I mean, we got to think about it. How many dirt roads? How many dirt roads could a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old get to in 20 minutes? Think about it. Justin, do we know who went driving around looking for the kids? Daniel did say we more than once. Don't know. I don't think I mean, you know what? She could have went with him as well. That could have been the reason for their, they didn't have cell service, so they had to go places, right? Didn't a neighbor say Wednesday or Thursday night that there was a bunch of cars? We can't really count that as a fact because we have no idea. One person said it, but there's no evidence of that. So we just kind of got to take that, in my opinion, just as a very neutral thing. I don't think we should give it a lot of weight, but just kind of put it in the back of our minds and let it sit there. If something comes up that there's more proof, you know, could have had a party, but may not have either, right? Why did you wait to call 911 if you were panicking, right? Obviously, when your kids go missing, not one, but two in 20 minutes, you're going to panic like a mofo. You're going to want as much help as possible. How could you sleep that late with a baby too? Babies never sleep that long. Well, I mean, you've got a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 16 or an 18-month-old. Can't remember, 16 or 18 months. How the hell are you sleeping at, you know, that time? Always on empty. They sure do, honey. They sure do. Can you show us the boots they supposedly put on? They're asking them, which we know what the boots look like. Why did you check the roads before calling? Statistical and historical context, similar cases. This is not what I am telling you. This is what AI told me when I plugged this in. Summer Wells, number one. Parents claim she vanished from home. Huge media frenzy. No evidence she wandered. Still unsolved. Parents under public suspicion. Haley Cummings, Florida, vanished during a night supposedly spent with stepmother. Multiple versions of story. No sign of forced entry. Uh, how do you pronounce the last name? AJ. Hold on one second. How do you pronounce that? Freud? Okay. AJ Freud. Parents lied about disappearance. Turns out dad beat him, then buried him in a shallow grave. They delayed 911. Each one of these involved parental figures, delays in reporting, no evidence of forced entry or abduction, discrepancies in statements, no signs found despite major searches in all of those cases. If this were handled by top forensic experts, here's what they'd conclude. According to AI, again, the stories don't match, the timeline doesn't track, the physical evidence is lacking. Children this young rarely disappear on their own without leaving any trail, right? How long do you think a 4-year-old, okay, how long, uh, hold on. Where did you find that, Smiley? Send that. Where did you find that? One second. Let me look at something here. I'll tell you in one second. Can you check Hold on, let me see what you just wrote. Mm, um, I would not. I would hold off on that because I just checked the source, and I'm gonna double check to see if that. I think that is AI written. I'm pretty sure. Give me 2 seconds. Yep, I would. I would. I don't trust it at this point. Mm-mm, I wouldn't. Don, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Why is he pushing for a lie detector test? Many people push for a lie detector test. Them saying that they'll take a lie detector test in public versus private is two different things, right? In Sebastian's case, stepdad said he took a lie detector test. The answer is passed. Then he just bluntly said yes, right? Did he take one on Nancy Grace? Sure didn't. Then he says, TBI says, "Oh, I'll let you take one now." Okay, get right on that. Right. Um, if this were handled by, according to AI, top forensic experts, here's what they'd conclude: the stories don't match, the timeline doesn't track, the physical evidence is lacking. Children this young rarely disappear on their own without leaving any trail. And I was saying, a child's diaper that has been on all night, a soggy diaper. Think about going over top of a log, like a tree that's fell down, right? It's gonna rip off in 2 seconds, or at least parts of it is going to fall off. You're not going to get far in that brush without some sort of evidence being left behind at all. At all. Okay. So, why a remote location increases risk of foul play? No surveillance equals no accountability. No doorbell cams. Uh, I put they live in an unpopulated area, bad cell phone service, and no cameras at the home. No surveillance equals no accountability. No doorbell cameras, no neighbor or nest, neighbors spread out, or nest or ring cameras. If something happened in the home, that didn't happen with a lens watching. Bad cell phone equals delayed help. We couldn't call sooner because they built an excuse. We don't have cell phone service or whatever. But dispatch still logs when the call went through. A delay is still a delay, even if you're climbing a hill to find bars. Sparse population equals no eyewitnesses. Nobody saw the kids that morning. Nobody saw them walking the road. It means the only people who can vouch for the timeline are the mother and the father, and they are failing at it, according to AI. What remote cases typically indicate based on FBI case studies? In child disappearances of rural, I can't say that word, or isolated properties, over 80% of fatal cases involve caretakers, not strangers. This is an FBI study. Over 80% of isolated, like people out in the country, are fatal cases of fatal, meaning never seen again or death, involve caretakers, someone they know in the home, not strangers. Delayed calls. to 911 are often disguised as poor service or we were just looking first, just like this case. Stage scene, like boots being messy or doors being unlocked, are common distractions. Take the Savannah Leckie case, which is in rural Missouri, 2017. A teen girl disappears from a remote home. Mom claims she ran away. Turns out she was burned in a fire pit on the property. No witnesses, no surveillance, just lies and poor signal. It took months, but the truth came out from the cell tower analysis, soil forensic, and psychological breakdown during interrogation. How investigators can still get the truth even in remote settings. Cell phone forensics, even in weak areas. Phones still ping nearby towers, even in bad service zones. The stepfather drove around the local roads. He should have left tower breadcrumbs. They just won't be precise GPS. That's right. If he was driving around, right, going up dirt roads, you bet your assets it should have pinged on some point. He would not, repeat, not, would have turned his phone off, for instance. He would not have turned his phone off. He would not have left his phone at home. No chance. No chance, because she could message him from her internet at home, whether it's Facebook Messenger or whatever, and say, "Oh my God, I found Jack and Lily." Right? So even bad service, they can still prove things. If his story was, "I drove here and I drove here," investigators can say, "Prove it." Dirt analysis on car, ATVs, or boots. Where he actually drove can be matched with soil, clay, and vegetation fragments found in the car, wheel wells, and undercarriage. Forensic geologists can use in rural cases to match soil samples from disposal sites to the tire treads or boots, right? Where there's culverts, for instance. Think about this: where there's culverts, there is usually water around it or sand, right? Your footprints better be at some of those culverts, or tell us where you got out. Tell us where you got out, because we're going to put a dog with your scent right there, and it better follow it to the damn culverts, or you're lying to us, right? Burn sites, trash pits, septic tanks, with no one around to notice, foul odors if it becomes a thing. Septic systems, barrels, old barns, trash burn piles, they all need to be searched. Cadaver dogs can still hit on minute traces, on minuscule traces, like in Kelsey Barrett case, where a remote ranch burn pit told the whole story. Behavioral strategy for real cases. Create initial conflict. If LE really wanted to break this, they'd separate the mom and the stepfather, tell each other the other one is about to cut a deal, leverage uh, you're going down unless you flipped tactic. In rural cases, it often works, especially if one of them wasn't directly responsible but knows what happened. Financial and digital breadcrumbs. Look for signs they were in debt, searching for custody battles, life insurance, yes, even on kids. Check if either was talking to someone online. Was anyone cheating? Uh, Talking about running away, needing money, or being overwhelmed, right? All of that. No camera, no witness, no clues. Where are Lily and Jack? Lisa B. Always, thank you so much, my dear. on a sidewalk. He wants to go. Just say, and he wants to go. Just saying. My 4-year-old grandson can take 20 minutes to walk 4 blocks. Yeah, yeah. It's different when you're, in a Canadian forest. All those flies that are around you constantly there, they're like mosquito kind of things. There's so many of them. I would think mom is far more socially vulnerable than Daniel. Perhaps. Perhaps. All right, guys. Hit the thumbs up button. Please, please, please. All right, we're going to look at some stuff here. I want to talk to you about something, and this is the cover photo that I did on this live. How many thumbs up buttons do we got? How many thumbs up? I want to show you something here. This right here, this photo right here, says something very valuable in my opinion. Very valuable in my opinion. 969. Awesome. Let's get to 1,000 thumbs up. 1,000 thumbs up. Come on. We can do it. We'll have a chicken party, and you don't want to miss the chicken party. I'm just saying. Silver was searching for Sebastian again. He really wants to find him. I know. Yeah. We're going to talk about Sebastian later tonight. This is a very valuable photo. You know why? Something very simple. Very, very simple. This photo right here, see this path? This well-worn path? What does that show? It shows a pattern. That's what it shows. It shows a pattern. Those kids would go out to the swing set. Path, travel the path. Yes. And everyone goes that way. We got to 1,000 thumbs up. How you doing? Y'all amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you all so much. We'll have a chicken party. Yard is fenced in. It is. But look at those kids. They come out, play here. You can tell they play here, right? And it's worn right here. And they go right here. They play. That's what they do. And there's a path, a little path right here. This is where they go. That's where they go. And that's a pattern of behavior. That's a pattern of behavior. They go out, they play on their swing set, and that's what they do. Yep, that's the chicken coop. Yep. Chicken coop, swing set. Chicken coop, swing set. And that's big. That's big. Most of us don't walk in the middle of our yard on, and why would we go over a fence if there's a gate or anything else? No, it's not. Look, let me show you this. Do I got another picture of it? Let me see. No, I don't know if I got another picture. But this goes back here, right? Now, this I mean, to get to their car, I'm sure that they would use the front door, right? The front door to get to their car. This is purely, in my opinion, the kids and maybe mom and brother, right? Mom, brother, and kids probably use that more than anybody. It seems unlikely both kids got into something, a fatal accident. It's not, it's actually way more common than you think. I showed cases the other day of cases of 2 or more kids that have gotten into DRUGS and have been fatal. It shows the grandma uncle visited the trailer lot. Perhaps. But it also shows the path everyone takes. Oh, Remy, it can be the size of a grain of sugar. A grain of sugar could kill everyone on the property and then some. I mean, this stuff is toxic. And they have it now that it looks like Skittles. Absolutely. Yep, they're like colorful pills and all of that. So, very, very interesting. Now, this is where we kind of talked on this yesterday, but I want to talk about it again because we're talking about the inconsistency. Quote, this is Daniel talking. She went out of the room, meaning Lily, and I could hear Jack out in the kitchen. A few minutes went by. I heard nothing. Got up, went out in the kitchen, checked everything. I seen they weren't there. Checked their bedroom and they weren't there. End quote. He says, meaning Daniel. Quote. So I looked out the backyard. That's the other place they would go. And their boots were gone. The door, the sliding door, was closed. We know the sliding door is closed now. Usually, they don't close the door. I have to remind them to close the door over and over, end quote. Martel says he then jumps in his vehicle and starts looking for them. Quote, I searched every dirt road and searched every culvert as fast as I could until I got back and seen the RCMP there. They wouldn't let me go back in the woods until back in the woods? Until there was a guy dressed in military gear. He allowed me to jump back into the woods, so I jumped the back fence and continued my search, end quote. Do you hear that, guys? There's a lot of problem with that. There is a lot of problem with that, honey. For starters, this one, he says she was, meaning Lily, was going in and out of the room. He could hear Jack in the kitchen. He says a few minutes goes by and then he hears nothing. He says he got up. He went to the kitchen, nothing there. Checked everything, nothing. Checked the bedroom, nothing. And then he says he looked out the backyard. That's the other place they go. And their boots were gone. He says the sliding glass door was closed. And usually it's not, because he has to remind them over and over. So he says he jumps in his car. He searched every dirt road, every culvert as fast as he could. And then by the time he arrives back at the house, the RCMP is there. Remember, 8 a.m. is when the dispatch says when they first went missing. Right? Is when they first went missing. They don't call 911 until nearly 10 a.m., around 9:50 a.m. So he checks the inside of the trailer, the outside of the trailer, nothing. So he jumps in his car and he's going up these random dirt roads thinking they're already up some dirt road and gone nearly 2 hours, because he says when he arrives back, RCMP is already there. Well, we know, according to the time, 911 wasn't called till 9:50, which means they couldn't have been there till after probably 10 o'clock. That's over 2 hours that you would have had to have been gone. Over 2 hours. That's a big problem, in my opinion. Right? Here, Martell has said he was in the bedroom with his partner and their baby when he last saw Lily and Jack on the morning of May 2nd. He recalled that Lily was wearing a pink top when she had poked her head in the door of their bedroom prior to departing. Minutes later, he heard the sliding glass door that leads onto the backyard open and close. Martell estimates within, quote, a few minutes, he set out to find the children, driving his vehicle on the back roads and looking in culverts for them without success. Here, according to this article, she was in the room and he heard the door flickery. 3 different stories at least. At least 3 different stories. Right? He heard the sliding door that leads onto the backyard open and close. Martell estimated within a few minutes he set out the children. He set to find the children, driving his vehicle on the back roads and looking at culverts for them without success. Daniel Martell has expressed concern that the children may have been abducted. However, police say there's no evidence to suggest the abduction. Hold on one second. She went out of the room, and I could hear Jack in the kitchen. A few minutes later, I heard nothing, got up, went to the kitchen, checked everything. I seen they weren't there. Checked the bedrooms, and they weren't there, he said. So I looked out the backyard. Hold on, I'm missing one of them. Okay, here it is. This is it. Sorry. Martell has been dating the children's mother for 3 years, and they have an 18-month-old together. Martell says Lily and Jack never go into the woods by themselves. He describes them as vulnerable and autistic. This is Daniel speaking. Quote, "We never cross the road. We have cabins. We built up in the woods, and there were usually as far as we would take them," end quote, he says. Martell says that he and Malaya asked Lily and Jack to quiet down on Friday morning to let the baby sleep. Quote, quote, we were in the room laying down, me, Malaya, and baby Meadow, and Lily poked her head in a couple of times. I seen that she was wearing a pink t-shirt, and we usually don't like them to be too loud because they are going to wake up the baby. We want them we want the baby to get as much sleep as possible, he said. He estimates it took around 20 minutes to notice the children were gone. So did she come in the room? Did she poke her head in the room? Did they both get up like mom says and they look and they check and call 911? Or did Lily poke her head in the room or go in the room a couple times? Did Daniel get up and check the kitchen, the bedroom, and outside and jump in his car? Or did Daniel hear the door opening and closing? There's so many stories here. So many stories. It is crazy. It's crazy that it's just craziness. We were laying down, me, Malay, and the baby Meadow, and Lily poked her head in a couple times. I seen that she was wearing a pink t-shirt. What about the backpack? What about the backpack? Did you not see a backpack? Hello? Where was the backpack, man? No backpack? You couldn't see what she was wearing? How do you know what the pants she was wearing? 11 days into the search is when Daniel said he heard the sliding door, not day one. Yep. Was the baby up all night? I mean, usually, a 16 or 18-month old is not up all night, Might get up a couple times, but there's that, right? The RCMP says on the 13th that they're exploring all avenues in this missing persons investigation. We have officers in multiple disciplines dedicated to finding Lily and Jack. RCMP has trained major crime and forensics involved, right? Now, this is what I have a question for you guys for right here. Look at this right here for a second. Someone wrote this, and we were talking about Jack the diaper and all of that stuff going on. People are still commenting that Jack was only in a diaper and his boots. However, his stepfather has said now that he was wearing brown pants and a shirt. So Jack apparently wasn't just in a diaper, as he first stated. Just an FYI, in the case some have missed, that he changed his story shortly after one he gave. Um, has anyone heard that question? Because I just need to know if anybody's heard that right there. Sorry, guys. Trying to pull up something. Just give me 1 second. Yes, brown pants. So both had clothes, not PJs. What time was the mother and the dad planning to feed the two children breakfast? They ignored the fact that the children were up and the parents slept over. Yeah, kids need something. I remember him mentioning the clothes. Hold on, let me look at this. Let me see if I can find that article really quickly. It would be Jack and wearing brown pants and a shirt. I would like to know what they wore or Tuesday when they got off the bus, right? Let me see here. Sullivan, um, Daniel, Nova Scotia says brown pants. Let me look. Bear with me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Damn. I'm trying to see if I can find an article of him saying that. Did stepdad say say Jack Sullivan wearing? Okay, let me look. Okay. Yes, Daniel Martell, the stepfather of a missing 4-year-old Jack Sullivan from Nova Scotia, did state that he believed Jack was wearing brown pants at the time of his disappearance. In an interview with the Globe News, Martell mentioned he hadn't seen Jack on the morning he went missing, but he believed he was dressed in a brown shirt and pants along with a pull-up diaper underneath. He noted that Jack was wearing blue dinosaur boots. Okay, here we go. Um, is this one it?
At Green
See if he says it here.
Safe.
We were searching. We covered everywhere possible. Even in the first day, we did. Even with me running through the woods, I was ahead of the helicopters and ahead of the drones and stuff like that. Screaming as loud as I can, just until my throat hurt. Running through water that was up to my waist. And as soon as I got back, I wasn't allowed back in the woods until a man dressed in military outfit said I could go back into the woods.
4 days into the search for his missing stepkids, Lily and Jack Sullivan, Daniel Martell is pleading with the public to keep their eyes peeled, but he has begun to lose hope they are anywhere in the vicinity.
They hate being wet and cold, so they immediately would have came right back into the house. The only 2 prints are right beside the house facing the road, and then that's it.
Martell wants the search to be extended to include provincial borders in case the children were abducted, a reality he says is becoming more and more likely.
Post any officers they can get at the New Brunswick border, PI border, and get them at every airport possible.
Martell confirmed that when the 2 children went missing from the home behind me, Lily was wearing a pink shirt and pink rain boots. She was also carrying a white backpack with strawberries on it. Martell says although he didn't see Jack that morning, he is believed to be wearing a brown shirt, brown pants with a pull-up diaper on underneath, and blue rain boots with dinosaurs on them. He also refuted the claim that the 2 children are nonverbal, saying while they are on the autism spectrum, they are quite trusting and say hi to everyone. According to Martell, his side of the family are currently the only ones at ground zero after Lily and Jack's.
In my opinion, they are pushing that they're really talking to everyone and all that because
mother left the
abduction
county
theory.
Saturday, but still he remains, begging anyone with answers to come forward and bring his children home safe.
Anybody who has any information or you think you've seen something or hear something or any messages from friends about hearing something, just contact your local police services. Anything, guys. Anything.
Ella MacDonald, Global News, Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia.
At Granger, we have over 1 million
one
products,
second
including the
here.
ones that help keep your
Okay. So here it says that he was wearing what does he say he's wearing? Let me do this. Hold on. Brown. Okay. Lily is described as having shoulder length light brown hair, bangs. Okay. Jack has short blonde hair and is wearing blue dinosaur boots. Martell said he had not seen Jack on Friday morning, but believed he was wearing a brown shirt and pants with a pull up diaper underneath. So he didn't see him, but that's what he must have been wearing the night before, allegedly. I really would want to know what the hell they were wearing Tuesday when they got off the bus. I think that would be very interesting to know. One second. Fast did get there. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing a couple things at one time here. In my opinion, Jack was not potty trained, and that means he has a disability or autism because usually a 4-year-old. Well, I mean, perhaps, but they have the nighttime. They have the nighttime stuff. The nighttime diapers. Wouldn't school have cameras? Yes. The bus should have a camera too. Should definitely have a camera as well. They started the ground search immediately. Within the first few hours, drones and like the helicopter and stuff was initiated. Within the ground search started immediately. Within 3 hours, the drones and stuff started. Okay. Would Jack dress himself without changing his pull-up? I don't think a 4-year-old's going to. My opinion. I don't see that. I don't see it happening, but that's just me. You know what I mean? That's just me though. So we'll just one second. Here we go. All right. So let's look at this. His stepfather says now he's wearing. So we okay. Daniel says, I'm really hopeful that they find something. Quote, I'm grateful for each and every one of them that take the time out here to go through black flies and go through these forests are absolutely so dense. You guys remember Don Wells saying these guys out here are getting tore up and they're hurting themselves and all of that. Do y'all remember that? Justin, you're doing such an excellent job on this analysis. In my opinion, forensically, this scenario just does not add up. Statement. Thank you so much, Snowfeather. It's very kind of you, my dear. If you guys don't mind hitting the thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. Consider becoming a member. That would be also great. All right, here we go. Damn, what'd I do with it? Okay. He says, quote, I'm just hoping for something positive, a positive outcome that brings the kids home, Martell says. Quote, that's the main goal here. It's the main goal. It's just to find the truth. Just to find the truth. What do you mean? You're telling us the truth, right? You are telling us the truth. The truth, that's if something foul play happened. That's only if something foul play happened. Truth is they walked out, got out of the yard, and that's it. They should be right there in the woods. Now, if you know that they went in the woods, right? They got out of the yard, they went in the woods. I would say, hello, my kids are in there. I don't care if it takes you till the day of judgment. Stay in there. They are in there. We're not leaving this mother chicken until we find them. Police in search knew that they were not in the woods. I think that's why they went back yesterday and the day before to absolutely go check again. Oh, hey, Summers Army. Thank you, babies. I really do appreciate your support. Means so much to me, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Summers Army. Love you long time. You're so sweet, my dear. Did you just get here? Do I need to give you a late slip? Exactly, Justin. In my opinion, Daniel is describing what he wore to school Tuesday because that's what he remembers. Well, this is the thing. It could be. It could be. But it could also be what, and again, if there is foul play, I'm not saying that there's foul play. I'm just saying there's a lot of red ass flags. But if there is foul play, that could be what they were last wearing if they were removed. You get me? Mellow77, please don't underestimate the RCMP. They don't make arrests until they can get the most justice for the victim. Nobody's underestimating him. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nobody's underestimating them. In fact, I think they've done a lot better job than a lot of cases that I've covered here in the States, in my opinion, for sure. All right. I'm just hoping something positive is, quote, I'm just hoping for something positive, a positive outcome that's bringing the kids home. He doesn't use their name, the kids. Martell said, quote, that's the main goal here. We've heard that that's the main goal before. It's the main goal. He says it twice. It's just to find the truth. Martell said, rampant online speculation has been difficult for his family to deal with for the past 2 weeks. Quote, it's hard on everyone. It's hard on me. It's hard on Malaya, the children's mother. It's hard on the families, he said. Quote, I mean, it's been hard on the search and rescue guys because they don't want to feel like they're failing us for not finding anything, end quote. Now, let me tell you something, Daniel. Don't twist this, mother chicken. Don't twist it. Let's not get it twisted. These people that you see in this slideshow, these searchers, they are the heroes in this. God bless every, and I mean every single one of them that has searched constantly, yes, hurt themselves, but done it just as good. Look at these cars here. Don't twist it. Because I'll say this, if there is foul play, and if it does come to be someone that Jack and Lily knows, and if it's you or someone else, then if you knew where they were, all of these searchers looked and looked and looked in a so many mile radius. I think it's 3 or 4 kilometers radius, and someone knew where they were. The searchers are the heroes everywhere. Don't twist it. They got up that morning to search for Jack and Lily, your stepchildren, her children. Nobody is criticizing the searchers. Nobody that I'm aware of is even really criticizing law enforcement, even though they, you can have your opinion on it. The thing that we are doing is going over your words that you have stated. Daniel has changed it so many times, but their mom only spoke to media one time, and it was Saturday. Yep, one time. One time. Daniel Martell says that he's asked police to give him a polygraph test to clear up the speculation. Quote, I know everyone has done their best to conduct the search. I know they can't continue forever, but we remain hopeful, end quote. Daniel Martell. I don't know about you, but if you knew your kids got out and were in those woods, wouldn't you say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for searching, but please don't leave because they're out there. Don't leave, they're out there. Daniel Martell has repeatedly expressed concern that the children may have been abducted. However, according to police, there's no evidence to suggest for an abduction. For this reason, no Amber Alert has been issued. Staff Sergeant Curtis McKinnon confirmed Wednesday that the Major Crime Section of the RCMP has been involved in the investigation since May 3rd, which is the day after they went missing. He said all missing person files are, quote, treated as suspicious until we find something out. Now, there's something I do want to clear up in this that I think is important, because I know there was a cleanup, a spring cleanup, which a lot of places do during spring and fall, right? However, I don't think this case involves the cleanup time. Accepted 20 clear bags of garbage, regular collection. an object, bag, or tied bundle. Broken lawn chairs and plastic chairs, broken toys, broken dishes, safely packaged and labeled, under items under 75 pounds. Not accepted. Loose garbage, black bags, items items over 75 pounds, items longer than 4 foot, electronic and appliances, metal items, leaf and yard waste, town leaf collection only, furniture including mattress and box spring, tires and car batteries. Those are not accepted. Meep allegedly. Allegedly. Kelly says, I still think mom told on herself. She said she was the one who woke Daniel up to raise the suspicion, which puts her the only one awake. Maybe Daniel heard mom coming in slider, like the sliding door, speculating. I think they both know. I don't see how in a 500 square foot trailer. I just don't see how. I don't see how. I really don't. A criminologist from the Western University of London, a criminologist is someone who studies crime, called the case, quote, unprecedented, end quote, saying it is highly unlikely for two siblings who live together to vanish when a parent is not involved, quote, and there's no evidence of that. If that had been the case, I think would have heard about it very quickly, he said. Quote, this case, when you overlay it on 100 other missing children's cases, it just doesn't add up at many levels, end quote. Quote, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that there is some active lead being worked and they don't want to upset the equilibrium that they're in, end quote, said Arnfeld. Quote, but based on appearances, this went in the wrong direction early on, and key momentum and leads were lost when they were out in the field looking for the kids that maybe were never there, meaning maybe the kids were never in the woods. RCMP said Friday that all missing persons cases, quote, are treated as suspicious until our investigation lead us to determine otherwise, end quote. Martel did not return a request for comment Friday. Now, this criminologist does have a good point. Does have a good point. And that point is it took a lot of resources to search for Jack and Lily, right? Did they pour all of the resources into looking for them rather than looking while also looking other places, the investigative part? Now, they say that they're doing both at the same time, but the obscene amount of resources the searching took, naturally, because that's what the parents say, can also really hurt the time to get very crucial evidence that can be diminished very quickly. Like she knew if there was if there was tracks, he would have found and followed them at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone posted this today. I wanted to show you. 115 volunteers join renewed ground and air search for two missing children in rural Nova Scotia. This is being played at the airports. I can't deal with another Grandis. Oh my God, Meep, I know. I know, you're so right. Thank you so much, Broke. Really do appreciate you. I'll just say he's not my type. Okay? Just say he's not my type. Okay? I'm just saying. You know, beauty is in the eye of the beer holder. And I drink Diet Pepsi. That's all I can say. Okay, broke. I don't know. Just think it's not my type, honey. Thank you for that, broke. I mean, I don't know. Needs a lot of beer. I just think he's I don't know. I actually think mom and dad are actually, this is just my hypothesis, a theory on this. I actually think mom and dad are actually pretty decent people. I think they've lost their way though. And many times when people lose their way, whether that is with addiction, infidelity, financially, or whatever, people can do some fucked up stuff. Put it bluntly. And they panic and they do some wrong stuff. You know what I mean? So sometimes you can be in very, very toxic relationships. Extremely. You guys feed off of each other in all the wrong ways. You enable each other, or you bring out the worst part in one another. Right? And that's what happens. And I think, when it comes to mom, she was, from the stuff that has been sent to me with her old Facebook and stuff, which I showed you guys a lot of it. She was constantly saying, "Oh, Danny, I love you. I can't live my life without you. Baby boy, sucky kind of stuff." Uh, and she posted about him more than the kids. And sometimes you can be so infatuated with a person for whatever reason. It is unhealthy, and it brings out, you will put up with a hell of a lot more than you ever would with anybody else. You will accept a hell of a lot more than you ever would with anybody else. And you will do things, or they will talk you into things that you would never think about doing in your entire life, perhaps. Especially if drugs are involved. Right? In my opinion, it might have been a way to protect yourself. Perhaps. Perhaps, Robin. When your kids are up, should be up. I mean, I can't imagine, like, you know, this is the thing, like, if you're, if your kid gets up, right? Get up, make them breakfast, you know, put them in your bedroom, with you, lock the door and put some cartoons on if you want to lay in the bed. Right? Whatever. But, or damn sure make the doors locked. Right? You guys know, I told you, when my kids were little, if they touched the doorknob, the metal, if they touched the doorknob, I had this little thing that went around it. If you touched a doorknob from either side, an alarm went off. Not even opening it, touching the doorknob. Right? I had locks up high to where they couldn't get to as well on top of that. Right? You have 3 kids under 6 years old. You should have more locks in that house than most prisons. Right? Just saying. Thinking about the bus driver stating that Jack would throw his boots to get his attention. Could that be what he experienced at home? Absolutely. Absolutely could be. Absolutely. So this is someone wrote this and I was going to ask you guys, so I don't know. Does anyone know if the bus actually came Friday, or did mom call the school and transportation to let them know the kids were staying home? Do you call the bus there, or do they just stop and if they don't see anybody, they go on? I remember having mesh on both sides of the stairway. Yeah. Bus will pass anyway. Okay, I figured that. That's what I was thinking. Bus would stay on normal route. I didn't know because it's such a small school. Like, I didn't know if they just, you know what I mean? So I wasn't sure. Did she call the school? When was there an actual doctor appointment? Right? Uh, we read that part here. Let me see here. Okay. I mean, they're a beautiful family, right? I mean, from pictures, they look good, right? I mean, they're dressed the same, the kids. It's a beautiful Christmas photo. And I just think something, in my opinion, went horribly wrong. Having worked at school secretary for many years, we would call to see why the kids were absent. That is, unless the parents called. So did the Chris Watts family. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Let's see here. Sometimes Jack this is one thing she posted. Sometimes Jack just cracks me up with facial expressions. Beautiful kids. So apparently he does have the kids in his life, or did, because he's got his 2 and she's got her 2 here. This is before they went missing. Or not missing. Yeah, well, missing, but this is before she had, that's not what I was going to say. This is before she had Meadow. Thank you so much, Summers Arnie. Really do appreciate you. I never had a late slip. May I please have one? Of course. Of course. Of Absolutely. Summers Army to the office, please. You're being paged. Summers Army to the office, please. You're being paged. We need a late slip for Summers Army, please and thank you. Late slip for Summers Army mods, please and thank you. Thank you so much, Mini Panthers. We do appreciate the Mini Panthers. Anyone notice Daniel said in the later interviews, backpacks, not backpack? Too many changes and slips. Yes, I did, and I called that out as well. Mini Panthers. He said their backpacks, which I found interesting because the only time you would think they would have their backpacks is when they got off the bus. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. One way to know what the kids were wearing is a process of elimination of their entire wardrobe. Kids may have limited clothing, which could allow for easier idea of what they were wearing. Yes, that could be. But I will be honest with you. I don't know if I could remember every one of my kids. I honestly don't know if I could. They have so much clothes that if we went through them all, I still probably wouldn't know. Like if I knew what they were wearing last, obviously I would know. But just going through their stuff, I don't think I could do it. Because they have too much. Now, if they don't have a lot of stuff, that might be different. My children also had to sign off book in their backpack where the teacher, we would sign yes. No way could I have done that either. Yeah. Who is the woman in the picture? Hi, my name is Justin. Nice to meet you. No, that's mom. That's Malaya. For the mom to break things off quickly, I assume things were rocky. You would think. Oh my God, Justin asked the bus driver what they were wearing Tuesday when they got off. It is the same as the parents described. Then yes, that's what we're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. My children had favorites I would check first. Yes. Yes. That is true. I mean, that is true. Favorites, yes. I don't know. I don't know. Now, I would know what they were wearing the night before, right? I would know what they were wearing, if I saw them at any time, but just do a process of elimination. Like I know most of their favorites, but thank you so much, Mini Panthers, for gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you, my dear. I had favorite pajamas when I was little. Yes. Now, if I ever go missing, you will notice that if I'm home and not live, and especially of the morning, I'm going to be in a black, raggedy ass house coat that I've had for probably 20 years. So it'll be that. You're welcome. My thing is, how could two parents sleep until 10 a.m. with three small children in the house? Good question. Good question. Daniel's brother was out on his nice, shiny red four wheeler, helping him look when he refers to we were looking. I believe he meant his brother who lives with mom in the motor home. Also, another question. I look rough at home and don't care. You don't look rough ever. Oh no. Oh no, ma'am. No, ma'am, no ham, no turkey. You think you're just gonna sashay in here and we're not going to notice. Sashay, Shantae, nuh-uh. Sherry Lynn to the office, please. You're being paged. Sherry Lynn to the office, being paged. We need a late slip for Miss Sherry Lynn. Tisk, mother chicken. I have a good excuse. Oh, you better. You better, Sherry. Because you know what? We are mobile now. You can carry us around. Mother chicken, I'll tell you. I don't know what the hell's world coming to. What the world coming to, Cletus? I'm telling you. Donna, thank you so much for 5 months, my dear. Really. Yeah, I'm with you, sister. I'm with you. And I hope that in so many of these cases, we would love to be proved wrong. Nothing more in the world would rather happen. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you, honey. Sherry Lynn, back to you. Oh, she was on trivia? Trivial things? Trivia? I need an excuse. Come on. I need a doctor or parent excuse. Come on, Sherry. Cough it up. Cough it up. If I ever go missing, I'm wearing Christmas PJs. There you go. By 10 a.m., that pull up would have been soaking. Yep. It would have been pretty heavy, you would think. Southern scene last I heard she was staying with mom in Wentworth, Mississippi. See, Green Eyes knows. What did Green Eyes say? I vouch for Sherry Lynn. Green Eyes. Green Eyes. Come on. We both have green eyes. You got to agree with me. Come on. If I ever go missing, I ran away. Well, that works too. You know, it happens. It happens. All right. Someone just sent this to me, so I don't know if I'm supposed to look at it or not, I guess. So we're going to see what this is. How long is this ad? 30 seconds? What the hell? Okay, wait a second. We'll see what it says. Give it another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This teddy bear behind me was placed outside the RCMP headquarters in Stellarton on Thursday. An anonymous user on Facebook said they're starting a vigil for Lily and Jack Sullivan, who were first reported missing nearly 1 week ago. The siblings, aged 4 and 6, were reported missing from their home at 10 a.m. last Friday. Police say it's believed they wandered away from their home on Gairloch Road in the Pictou County community of Lansdowne Station. Global News spoke with some people in the community of Stellarton on Thursday who declined to go on camera due to the sensitivity of the subject, but said they are praying for the children's safe return. We reached out to the RCMP for an update on Thursday, but they also declined to comment. This comes on the heels of police announcing Wednesday that they were scaling back the multi-agency search for the 2 children. The operation included more than 150 grounded search rescue volunteers who were actively searching through a 4-kilometer area since the children were first reported missing. The search also involved DNR and RCMP helicopters, drones, and police dog services. Police say they're now retracing steps and searching in smaller, more specific areas as the investigation continues. RCMP said on Wednesday that cadaver dogs could be brought in as a next step in the operation, along with saying detectives have been involved in the case since last Saturday. The children's stepfather told Global News he believes the children left through a sliding back door, which he describes as virtually silent. He said he then began looking for Lily and Jack outside, but couldn't find them. As the investigation persists, rumors continue circulating online about what happened to them. Major Daniel Rood with the Salvation Army says the speculation is creating added stress for the surrounding communities as people grow more desperate for answers. Mitchell Bailey, Global News, Stellarton, Nova Scotia.
You know what? Correct that. I'm too fat to go missing. I'm not going to go missing. I'm too fat. So it's not going to work. You can't pick me up. So wait, what says if I'm missing, it's because I'm in Vancouver, Washington. I'm renting a vehicle and might do an Oregon drive. Just saying, just saying. Wait, what? In 2012 or 2013, I flew into Vegas. I drove to LA, stayed in LA for a few days, went up the Pacific Coast Highway, drove to San Francisco, stayed there a few days, drove up the highway to Portland, Oregon, stayed there a few days, went to uh, Seattle, Washington, stayed there a few days, went over the border to Vancouver, stayed there a few days, and flew from Vancouver back to home. So it's a trip of a lifetime. You should do it. You should do it. No excuses. I took you to Walmart and Subway earlier. Thank you. Thank you, Mini Panthers. See? We are portable. You can take us anywhere. That's a good Mini Panthers if I ever seen one. Thank you so much, Mini. Sherry's on trivia. I thought they found clothes, but it was found not to be connected. Yes, not the clothes were not connected. There were people clickbaiting you guys and saying, "Oh, the clothes was found and all that." No. If there's actual clothes that are found, you will see me live in 3.2 seconds. Even if I'm at Subway or Walmart. Okay? Okay. So there's that. If I ever go missing, I was taken because I rarely leave my house. And very good, yes, exactly, Karen. That bus camera will prove what kids were wearing on Tuesday, or the school, right? Jazzy, you are a good girl. I am watching while I'm door dashing. This woman is working right now. Working. And we're with her. We're with her. Thank you, Jazzy. So many rumors. So many rumors. Yes. Layla is door dashing too. How you guys doing? See? God, I've got the best pearls ever. I thought the clothes found on the side of the road is what prompted another search. Nope. 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 Uh, uh, a secondary search is very, very common. It's almost always done in these cases that are nothing ever found. Yes, Pearl Jam. How you doing? Yes. Cops conducted over 35 interviews. Correct. Yep. Busy Mama, working my second job and listening in the bushes. Thank you so much, Busy Mama. See? That is dedicated. That's dedicated. Yes. Oh, thank you, Jazzy. I love watching you keep me calm and I get better tips. Oh, thank you. That's good, honey. Good for you. It's hard to pay attention when I have to take you somewhere. Are you saying I'm high maintenance? Are you saying I'm high maintenance? I'm giving Justin my undivided attention because F the dishes. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Jazzy's girl, for becoming a member. She's working hard for the money. Thank you so much, dear. Really do appreciate you. Welcome, Jazzy's girl, up in here, up in here. I'll be at the Marriott if the dishwasher breaks. Call me when it's fixed or replaced. I'm with you. I'm with you. I am with you. Pearl Power, yes. What did they already in the search? They have to search further out. Yes, they did a search Saturday and Sunday. Again, to the best of our knowledge, nothing was found, which, in my opinion, I think they're way farther out. Way farther out. I mean, if you're gone for 2 hours plus, it could be, I would say, 30 to 40 minutes out, maybe even more. Tennessee seems to be a hub. Too many kids missing there. It's way too many. Thank you, BJ Powell. Thank you, my dear. I listed your live from earlier today from last night with Instacarting. Daphne's. Thank you. Thank you so much. Looks like they were transported. I think so. My opinion. It's weird the mom says I had to call. Instinctually, she says, and that's what's amazing. I'll take you to the dispensary. It's funny. You can sample dummies. Well, Nancy, I don't partake in the dispensaries, but I don't judge. You do you, boo. You do you. Yeah, instincts to call 911. Of course, you're a mom. Yes, Jim. Jim Lane. Yes. If they technically went missing at about 8 o'clock, police were not there. How long would it take the police to get there from the station? Which, I mean, the police may have been in the localized area, so it may have not taken as long, but, you know, Weedery's darling. Funny. Thank you. Thank you, Lorraine. I love taking Justin shopping, doctors, dentists, and various rooms at home. You know, Lorraine, the last time we had a pap smear together, it was great. I had a great time. Had a great time. Last time I had a pap smear, the doctor needed rubber gloves and an oyster shucker. Just saying, don't judge me. Average depends on 15 to 20 minutes. It's not bad. It's not bad. I was in Aldi's today laughing so hard with the chicken party, Edgar. See? Alrighty. Huh? She said she takes me to the doctors and everything with her. And I told her I enjoyed the last time we had a pap smear together. What's wrong with that? I'm just saying. I enjoyed that show. Had a great sleep. All the rubber gloves and an oyster shucker comment. They will dispatch fire department and volunteer fire if they are closer. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there's probably always someone kind of close in the area. Check, please. I thought the warden said 45 minutes. I think that's where he was, though. Canadian. Shell Bell means. Thank you, Rhonda. I hate pap smears and VA. Oh, goodness. I feel sorry for y'all having to do that. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. You all, long time. Really do appreciate you. What should happen to Justin when he's late? I get a late slip. I get a late slip. I'm not special. I get a late slip. Ma'am, ham, turkey. Okay. I'm getting ready to shower. Can't watch, but always listen. You can't watch me while you shower? It's terrible. You've been in my psych appointment with me in the shower, shopping, and to my neighbors. Thank you. Thank you, Leslie. We do need a chicken party. Let's go. Let's go. We ride at dawn. We ride at dawn. We ride at dawn. Okay. This is an actual video of Edgar taking a phone call at Cruella's house.
Hello? Hello? I said don't disturb you, I'm cleaning my room!
Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie!
I'm too sexy for this hair. Too sexy for this hair. Pretending like I don't care.
And it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Proudfoot, what happened?
Well, Johnny,
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
they can shut.
Oh.
Suck it now.
I love it when KK talks like that.
Oh.
Suck it now.
She likes the suki.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it now.
I like the suki too. It's KK and a lot of others, in my opinion, allegedly.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's Sebastian gotten in trouble. He got caught lying, and we asked.
A bullshit? A bullshit?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's Sebastian gotten in trouble. He got caught lying, and we asked. I had asked him. I said, "Hey, you got to have a punishment for this."
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass.
My ass. Speaking of ass.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it now. A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Oh my God. Look at Chris. Oh my God. Is that Chris? Oh my God. Look at Chris. Is that Chris?
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
They can shut their chicken tone, chicken bone, Google Chrome, no home flip phone, disown ice cream cone, garden gnome, student loan, full blown Indiana Jones, overgrown Flintstone, X and Y chromosome, red zone, Sylvester Stallone, AutoZone, professionally seen silver Patron, head the fuck up. Okay. Well, I can't. doing, honey? How you doing? Yeah. Sandy Johnson, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. A girl in my area went missing Saturday last night to be in Memphis with a flat tire. I think an email with some details. Thank you, Sandy. I will look at that. I'm going to get on top of the emails as soon as this live is over. I am way behind on the emails. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate you all. You are amazing, amazing, amazing. It is still kind of early, so I may end up doing another live. We'll see. If I do, we'll either go live about Sebastian or I'll do a members only. So check your members only slip there. No, Casey, I need y'all to help me pick out my glasses, so we might do that. Okay. How you doing? So, love you guys all. You are amazing. Justice for little Lily and Jack, Sebastian Rogers, Michael Joseph Vaughn, Summer Wells, all of the missing. Send it to me, girl. Send it to me. Oh, Crystal Lee, honey, we did a live today. She was on. She's on here all the time. Usually at the end. She's sleeping right now. She had a busy day. She was outside earlier helping me pick weeds out of the flower garden. She was eating the weeds. It works. Whatever works. I'm going to be trying some glasses on virtually because Mama needs some new shades. These are actually my backup glasses, but I've been wearing them for a year. And I just need to order some new glasses. So, all right, guys. Thank you all so much. Don't send it yet. Don't send it yet. Don't send it yet. I've got to get my new P.O. box. Yep. Yep. Someone was like, because I had it under the flip where like anybody can just come in and you get a lot of trolls that way. A lot of trolls. And someone was like, you're driving and live streaming with a monkey swinging from the car. And I'm like, welcome to my world, mother chicken. Welcome to my world. Get the transitions. I am not getting the transitions. It will be in the news. Justin is transitioning. No, not getting anything transitioned. Not my glasses, not my hoo-ha, nothing. If you do you, you do you. If you like that, that's all for you. But if I get transition glasses, they'll say Justin's transitioning. He wants to be a girl. And I tell him all the time, I'm happy with my toolbox. Happy with it. Don't worry about my toolbox, okay? Oh, he just wants to be a girl. If I wanted to be a girl, honey, I would rock it. I would rock it out. How you doing? Okay. Social development, pay for glasses here in New Zealand. I'm moving to New Zealand. We can't even get richest country on the face of the planet. We can't even get our glasses. Yes. So, Daphne's, I am not getting transition lenses. I am not getting transitioned nothing. Although I love my girls. Just sent. Thank you so much. Love you guys all. What about contacts? I used to wear nothing but contacts. That's all I used to wear is contacts. I need to go have the surgery. The eye surgery. That is. I was born a fireman and I'll pass the fireman. How you doing, girl? Yes. Trust me, you don't want to be a girl. I know. Listen, remember, I went to that pap smear with a girl earlier. And I'm telling you, after that pap smear, no thank you. I'm done. Mm-mm. I will not. Nope. No pap smears for me. These things look like they hurt. I mean, I literally thought the gynecologist was trying to crank start one of those old cars. I'm serious. No, thank you. No, thank you. They told me I had to be 60 years old for the eye surgery. What? Why? I had LASIK 6 years ago. I love it. See, my eyesight is perfect. What is wrong is I have like bad astigmatism. Really bad astigmatism. Like, I have such bad astigmatism, I can only get they only make 2 different types of brands that make my contacts, and I can't get any color contacts at all. I hate to make it obvious, Justin, but American must not be rich and social over. Oh, hell no, we're not. No, Christine. No, no. It's about money. That's all it is here. Yeah. Sadly, in America, if a woman gets a lump in her breast, it's either, sell your house and downsize and, you know, maybe afford your medicine. Maybe not. It's really sad. I've seen it so many times. Stinks. I want blue eyes. Yeah. I've got green eyes, but sometimes they look a little blue. But I want ocean blue eyes. But you know what I think's you know what my favorite color on a person's eyes are? On everyone else except me? I like brown eyes. I think brown eyes are the most pretty. Dark brown eyes, I think, is beautiful. But I have green eyes, which is the rarest of all color. I think only 4% of the population has green eyes. Gray. Christina probably was joking. I have brown. I want blue. See, everyone always wants. Yeah, I think brown eyes are the prettiest. Most people want like, green eyes or blue eyes or something like that. But I think brown eyes are the prettiest, in my opinion, especially on a guy. I was told 60 as well in case it didn't work. Being blind at 60 what I'm looking at. I'm like, what? My eyes are blue, sometimes green, sometimes beige. Yeah. That's crazy. I've never heard of anybody having to wait to be 60 years old to get LASIX. I mean, here they do so many. It's like a herd of cattle going in and getting your eyes done all at once. But so the lighter your eyes are and the lighter hair you have and the lighter skin and all that, you are more prone to uh like the reflection and stuff. Your eyes are more sensitive. And so, like, it's not as bad as it used to be. When I had Lyme's, like, really bad, I couldn't stand to, like, if, like, there's a bumper and you're in traffic and the sun's shining really and it bounces back on you, like, it would stain my brain. That's all I could say. It would just stain my brain, and it would just last and sit there and pulse. If, like, you look in the sun and there's spots. Love gummies. I will go. Yvette, you don't have to go. We love that you love gummies. I have green eyes. Don't go outside unless with my shades. Yeah, you do. Do they do LASIX one eye at a time? They do it. They do this eye, and then they do that eye, if that's what you mean. But they don't do like one eye and then come back and do another one. Light hurts your eyes too, but yours are darker. Imagine having light eyes, because the cones in your eyes doesn't absorb as much. I have multifocal contacts and they're working too well with my astigmatism. Really, Pink Warrior. My high school friend's neighbor was Justine. We fought like cats and dogs. I rarely ever get along with another Justin. Nope. Thought that the breakup is a lie. Has anyone thought that the breakup is a lie? I've thought about that. I don't think it is, though, because they've dissed each other kind of publicly. I just don't see it, because the cops were called there twice because there was a fight. There was an actual fight there. Greenish blue, bright green is anxious. Yeah. I have red hair, blue-gray eyes, pale skin, and lots of freckles. Yeah. I freckle too. Freckle really bad. Baldoni. Justin Baldoni. You have dark brown eyes. I think brown eyes are the prettiest. All right, guys. Love you long time. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Much love. God bless you all.